Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Pompeii by Bastille. And it starts out with this cool little intro progression that kind of becomes our verse on a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E on the 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the D, we're going to be going to an A major chord when we play A major. First finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, second finger on the G 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the A, we're going to be going to an F sharp minor chord. And normally you do this as a 2nd fret bar, third finger on the A string 4th fret, pinky on the D string 4th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F sharp minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the pinky, making that an F sharp minor 7. Or if you're new to bars, you could kind of make it a smaller F sharp minor by doing the top 2 or the top 3 strings of the bar, or the top 4 strings of the bar. Or you could use an F sharp 5 power chord, where you do first finger on the low E 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 4th fret, or just the E and the A strings for the F sharp, kind of imply the F sharp minor. And then from the F sharp, we go to an E major chord. When we play E major, first finger goes to the G on the 1st fret, second finger on the A string 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And that's our progression through a lot of the song, actually. It's kind of that D idea to the A, to the F sharp minor, and then to the E major. And I'm kind of doing that with an 8 down count, and kind of adding a little bit of muting to make that a little bit sneaky. A, F sharp minor, down, 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 E. Or a lot of times to support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the D and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through that first verse. We'd have the D, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, F sharp minor, D, A, F sharp minor, into our chorus part. And on our chorus, actually, we do that same progression twice, but then on the second half, you'll kind of hear where we end up halving a D major chord with an A major chord, and then going to an E major chord for our whole strum pattern. So you could do that with a down, down, up on each of those chords. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could kind of half the pattern and do the D with a down, down, and then hit the A for the up, down, up, and then do the E for the whole pattern. It's kind of like a little chorus pattern. So if we tried our chorus that way, you'd have D, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, F sharp minor, down, up, E, A, F sharp minor, E, kind of half our D, A, E, down, 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 up, down, up, From here, then we'll be going into our next verse. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you're doing a bass for the chord. So on the D, you have the D for the bass. On the A, you have the A for the bass. On the F sharp minor, you have low E for the bass. And on the E major, you have low E for the bass. So we tried our next verse with basses. We have D, A with an A bass, F sharp minor, low E bass, E with low E bass, F sharp minor, lead into our next chorus. And if we tried applying basses to the chorus on the DA, you may want to do a bass down up on each of those chords, or you can kind of keep that halving idea with kind of a bass down A on the up, down. So we try the chorus that way. You have the D, A, sharp minor, E, sharp minor. Like our intro. Now, one other strum pattern that I would think about using through this song, though, is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that into two parts that are down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that foot tab into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. What I mean by that is if you take the D and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And if you're digging on the basses, you can make it kind of a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. All be cool ways to do that. So we try that through that solo part. You have the D, A, sharp minor, E, and then from there, then we're going into our third verse. It kind of starts off with almost kind of a down idea, kind of D, A, F sharp minor, E. You may want to crank it up with a 16th pattern. D, A, sharp minor, E, sharp minor. Into our last chorus. And the weird part is on that D and A, you may want to do it as a bass, down, down, up on each of those chords. Or you could have the pattern, kind of like our 8th note pattern, where you could go bass, down, down, up on the D, and then go to the A for a up, bass, down, up, down. Very cool. So we tried it that way, you'd have a D, A, sharp minor, which is kind of like our intro. So we're back to our D, A, sharp minor. Or if you know there are licks around these chords too, you know, feel free to kind of take this lick and kind of run with it any way you want to. Kind of make the song your own that way. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Pompeii by Bastille. So good luck.